But as a fashion designer, because it's important to scale in your business.
Why marketing is very important for a fashion designer?
First of all, you need to think, do you want to have a company or do you just want to be a sole fashion designer? Because there are also tailors who are fashion designers who just make clothes and they don't have big companies and they don't have employees.
Greetings everyone, welcome again to the Made in African show that brings you true and original stories of Africans.
So people think posting in the morning or in the evening is marketing. That is not marketing.
In today's episode, we are with Ingred Awuor, Kenyan former model, currently model coach, a fashion producer of jazz and fashion experience, and fashion designer at Nilotika clothing brand based in Kenya.
So if you don't have funds and you're a designer, you can start by being the model of your brand.
Women now they are able to go and change how they look.
I think women should be given the freedom of changing how they look if they don't feel comfortable. So it's up to you as a business owner to give value. So if you say your outfit is 10,000, is it really giving the value? Is it worth 10,000? Is the quality really good?
Made in Africa show is sponsored by Fashion Trends Africa, a fashion news website under www.rcfs.rw, where you can find news of new and established African fashion designers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again in Made in African podcast. Today we have a very special guest, as you have been asking us to bring someone back. Someone is already in the studio. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Celestin, and thank you for inviting me.
All right, you're most welcome. So, dear listeners and the fashion lovers, fashion enthusiasts, today we have someone who is called
Ingred Awuor.
Ingrid, thank you very much. Welcome again in Made in African podcast. So we start asking you the updates. So far, how are you? How are you doing? How is everything?
I'm doing great. Everything is fantastic, and I'm so happy to be back.
Okay. How is the business so far? How is the Nilotika?
Nilotika is doing very, very good. I'm happy with the growth. But we take it one step at a time.
What do you mean take step at a time?
Because every day is a learning lesson. So the setbacks are not actually a bad thing. So that's something you come to realize in business, that setbacks and challenges is not a bad thing. It's a sign that you're making progress and use the setbacks to change the systems and to improve on the systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So any damage? Can you have been facing too much rain? Any damage? For your business?
I wasn't affected so much by the flood because of the area that I am in. I'm in the higher parts of Nairobi. So I wasn't affected by the floods. But when it's raining, it means that I need to change the designs that I'm selling or creating.
So you are saying you had to change the clothes?
Yeah. So when it's warm, I tend to lean on more summer wear or sunny wear or dresses for sunny days. And then when it's raining, now I need to lean more back on trouser sets.
Yeah.
Or create more trouser sets so that women or my clients feel warmer on rainy days still.
Okay.
So you just switch a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ingrid, many fashion lovers have been talking to us and appreciate about your episodes, and they are very happy to have you again back. So today's topic, which they wanted us to talk, they really wanted you to tell us marketing for fashion designer, and then you also tell us how you made it to have a successful jazz and fashion show. So that has been among the best fashion events Kenya has so far. So you can also tell us some updates if you have any shows this year, how this year looks like. So Ingrid, why marketing is very important for a fashion designer?
So when you are a fashion designer, first of all, you need to think, do you want to have a company or do you just want to be a sole fashion designer? Because there are also tailors who are fashion designers who just make clothes and they don't have big companies and they don't have employees. So you have to think of the vision, your vision, the long-term vision. So as a fashion designer or as a new fashion designer, you have to think of what you're setting up. So I'm setting up a company that is Nilotika. Then I have to picture Nilotika. So how do I want Nilotika to look like? So I want Nilotika to have tailors. I want Nilotika to have employees.
Yes.
But as a fashion designer, because it's important to scale in your business. But before you scale, you need to learn everything there is about managing a business successfully. And that is marketing. Marketing comes in handy. Customer care comes in handy. So as a fashion designer, I had to learn marketing. You know marketing that you don't go to school to learn. You
Yes.
learn it on the job. So I had to learn marketing on the job. And then you realize that marketing is not just posting on social media. So people think posting in the morning or in the evening is marketing. That is not marketing. That is social media posting or updates.
Okay.
So that's number one way of making people aware of your business. So it's good. It creates awareness. Then it helps you build a community. But then there's marketing beyond that, where now you have a marketing team. You make marketing materials, you push marketing materials out there. Get your clients also talk about your business, because your clients can also be your biggest marketing tool. So my clients are my marketing tool because they talk about my business to their friends and families. And they talk about what I do. And also, the only way your clients can be your marketing tool is how you treat them. So you cannot neglect your clients and expect them to spread the word about your business. So my clients are my marketing tool because I treat them well and I make them feel important. So there's customer care in it, which now gives birth to marketing. And then when the clients wear your clothes, because you have to think of how, when you're creating an outfit as a designer, you have to think of how will my client feel when they're in this outfit or when they're wearing this outfit. So let's say they walk into a mall, they walk into a restaurant, they walk into an event. Imagine how your client is going to feel. That feeling and the people that are going to see your client, that's marketing again. So we need to pay attention to the details of the design. So don't just create, pay attention to the details. Is the dress comfortable? If my client eats after, wearing my design, will they still feel comfortable? Things like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Because that reminds me someone who went in a wedding, and a very nice wedding. They made her a dress, and when she's trying to, to give the gift, when she put the arm up, then in the armpit it was cut,
Bursting,
and that it was a new dress.
So that means it was not overlocked properly. Yes.
Okay. So marketing, as you said, you can run marketing by yourself. As a fashion designer, take us in the steps, because some of our fashion lovers and the tools that have been checking on you, they see how you manage photo shoots, and some would even ask the question, what's the process? You go do photo shoot, you come, do you wash clothes? Do you hang it again? So fashion lovers still don't understand the process of photo shoots. So give us the space for a marketing.
So you are a fashion designer. So assuming you're a newbie, you're new in the industry, because if you've been a fashion designer for a while, you know all the steps that I'm going to talk about. But if you're someone who is aspiring to be a fashion designer, one, it starts with coming up with a collection. So you have to sketch a collection, use inspiration to come up with a collection. Once you come up with a collection, don't be in a hurry to create a collection. You have to sample the collection. If you're a designer, be the model of your brand.
Yeah.
So in the process of coming up with a collection, try to wear the samples and see what's working and what's not working. So go back and tweak it. If you're not comfortable with how the waist feels like, go back and tweak it. Now come up with an entire collection. Once you've come up with an entire collection by also sourcing for fabrics and deciding which fabrics will go well with which the designs you're creating, now look for a model. All right. If you don't have funds and you're a designer, you can start by being the model of your brand. I started by being the model of my brand because I wanted my brand to grow to a point where I can pay models comfortably. So I didn't want to run a brand where I'm not able to pay models and I owe models money. money. So I started by being my own model, by also testing the samples myself.
So you are saying a fashion designer who want to do marketing, they can also take picture of themselves.
Yes. And you don't even have to go to an expensive photographer. Use your phone, find a clear background with natural lighting, and then take pictures of yourself in your design. See, the thing is, you just need to believe in your design.
So how about if your clients, they are variety, they are tall people, they are people who have a big body. So if and you are a skinny fashion designer, what's going to happen?
So what happens is...
And you don't have money to pay models.
What module are you using? Do you want... Is your brand going to be a ready-to-wear brand? Or is your brand going to be bespoke or, made by order, something like that? So you have to identify the module of your business. So if the module of your business is custom orders, then it doesn't harm if you create clothes for yourself as a designer and wear them and model them and still wear them in your own wardrobe. That's not a loss, because then now you have new clothes from your brand that you'll keep wearing. And as you wear them, you're marketing. Yes.
So, but what I'm not getting, you are saying this process of photo shoot as a fashion designer, you take your clothes.
I didn't finish the...
You didn't finish the point. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe go ahead.
All
So
right.
maybe, so I don't trouble you that. Yes.
So
but you're talking about like designer who doesn't have enough
funds to pay the model.
the-
They can be their own model.
Okay.
All right.
That makes sense.
So
yeah.
you've come up with a collection, you've decided on the fabrics you want to use. Now you look for the model. So let's talk from the side of where you can afford a model, maybe your sister. So you look for a model and then make sure they're professional, they can pose, so that you don't take a model to the studio and then you're the one teaching them how to pose again. You should be giving them less direction, all right?
Yeah.
So you get a model first. Also, you need to come up with a vision. How do you want the clothes to look like, the pictures to come out? So the model will go to the studio with you. You bring the outfits to the studio, you book a photographer, and then you negotiate on prices. You go to the studio now. You do the photo shoot. Photo shoots should be really, really quick, because you don't want to waste time also as a designer.
Yeah.
All right?
Time
As a
management
yes,
should be there
yes,
too. Okay.
yeah. So you book
Okay.
the studio, you go do your photo shoots. Now the question is, what happens to these clothes after? Professional models don't even make the clothes dirty. They even know how to remove the clothes on their body without even makeup touching the clothes.
Actually, with that,
Yeah.
Someone says one day I had an event and this Ghanaian fashion designer, she came and was telling me, my clothes now, they all smell perfume.
Oh, yeah.
Can you give me money to wash the clothes? So what was happening that
So
time?
my models are only required to wear a roll-on, not a perfume. So when you're coming on my set and then you're going to model my brand, you're only required to have a roll-on. You should not have a
okay.
cologne or a perfume. Yes, because roll-on, it's just for here, the armpit. So it's not a big deal.
Okay.
All right. And then there's a way that you help the model fit on the outfit without leaving the makeup on the outfit.
How does that happen? Because if a
It's
dress have to
easy.
pass in a...
It's easy.
It is easy?
Yeah, it's easy. You use hand management techniques. It's so easy.
Okay. So use the hand management techniques,
Yeah.
because I was wondering, like, you have makeup, you have hair, so how to put a dress.
No, it's so easy.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially depending on the hairstyle they're also having. So if they're using wigs or their natural hair, something like that. Anyway, so you do the photo shoot. You take the clothes back to the workshop. This is only if you're a ready-to-wear designer. If you're a ready-to-wear designer, you can treat the model pieces are just, you may not sell them. It can be a loss, all right?
Yes,
So
yes,
the pieces
yes.
the model wear, especially if the model is very slim. So let's say the model is a size 6. It may be so hard to find a client who is a size 6. So what happens to these pieces? You just keep them as a display.
A display.
But you don't
Okay.
throw them away. You use these pieces to show what you can do. So when a client comes in, you show them the design and you tell the client that this design can be created in a size 20. So you're not
okay.
letting go. So that's still not a loss. You're using, remember, you have the pictures from
You
the
have
shoot.
yes,
and you still
yes.
have the cloth samples to show what you can do. So once the pictures are ready, you do your marketing, all right? So
Yeah.
what I do is I name my clothes. I find it really fun in naming the clothes rather than giving them codes. Yeah.
So then can a fashion designer manage marketing and the promotions by herself, for example, social media, promotion materials, editing
can.
pictures, the videos?
You can.
Let's talk about, especially here in Kenya, because in Kenya, so many fashion designers, and you are competing, you are putting a video on Instagram and someone already put a video with another high quality.
Yeah.
Can a fashion designer be able to sit and, I remember in other episodes you were saying something about a fashion designer should find a tailor
Yeah.
at least, so you don't do everything
Yourself.
for yourself.
Yeah.
But now, let's say you are already made clothes is there. Now you need marketing and promotion. You need to edit and design. So how can a designer manage that? And what advice can you give fashion designers who don't have a means to invest in that whole process to a high quality?
So we can look at it in two angles. If you are a designer who cannot afford to hire a social media manager, then learn to do it yourself, all right? And when you're learning to do it yourself, it's easy. You can go on YouTube and learn how to edit videos or use a videographer who will then edit the videos for you. But remember, we are talking of a designer who cannot afford to pay for a videographer. Then you use YouTube and make YouTube your friend and learn how to edit videos and create time per day. Say per day you need 30 minutes to post. It's about creating time. Because if you're doing high quality videos, you're not doing it to compete with your competitors. You are doing it to show your clients that this is how the product looks like. So it's very important to have high quality videos to show your clients that this is how the outfit looks like. And this is how so you make the model playful in the outfit so that a client is able to see the back design, the front and the side. Yeah, but you're not doing it to compete with anyone, because what you're offering is not what the other business is offering. It will never be the same quality. It will never be the same value. So do not focus on what your competitor is doing. Focus on what you can offer. Yes.
Oh, that's a very interesting input. So still about the pictures and the quality. Like one of the guys was like, we went to visit shop and on Instagram, the pictures looks very bad.
Yeah.
Then let's just go. Then when he get there, the clothes was
Very good.
very good.
Yeah.
So do you think social media can also mislead or miscommunicate with your fashion lovers, with the client, if you are not careful in posting and editing?
So in that scenario, I think they used poor quality pictures, meaning they were not able to afford a professional photographer. So if they were not able to afford a professional photographer, it also means they used a phone that cannot capture high quality images. So that is a disadvantage. And that's why it's good for a designer to try and invest in high quality pictures and high quality videos, because then it shows exactly how the outfit looks like. Yeah, so you see, it's not an advantage for you if your social media page has low quality pictures and then I come to your studio or your shop and find high quality pictures. It's not an advantage. It's bad. Because then the client has to go in their headspace and think, should I really go? Is it worth it? But if the pictures are high quality, the client is immediately going to think it's worth it to come and visit your shop. Yes.
Okay. So how is it important choosing a model? Because by the way, the model have been choosing to use it this time around. I mean, you've been always using yourself as professional model, model coach. The model what's her name?
The model I'm currently using is called Betty Muzarika. She's very talented.
She's very good.
It's very important for my brand to work with very talented models and models who know what they are doing, because we are now in an era where everybody is a model. So it's very wise for me to choose a professional model.
So then how is it important to choose a model? Because the other time I was telling you, there are these, let's say, clients of fashion, these ladies who we call it big nyash, who are able to who walk in these nice banks, they eat, they don't care about gym. Of course, they do gym, but they have a big body. And you're choosing a model. And how do you cope? Because they are tall, short, big body, and big nyash. How do you try to show them this can fit you?
The curvy women.
Yes, curvy women,
So first is my designs are body inclusive. And when I say that, I mean, you can see that the waist is cinching, and then you can see that the rest of the body is flowing. So my designs can fit a slim woman, they can fit a curvy woman. And over 50% of my clientele are curvy women. So every professional client or every professional woman knows that a model is just used for illustration. And to be able to get to see how they would look in the same outfit, they come to the studio and they try the outfit and they'll see that it works. So an outfit, it doesn't really matter if a brand is using a slim model or a curvy model. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, we are diverse. If a brand is able to afford using both curvy and slim models, it's really, really good, because that's the direction where we are headed. But if you're not able to still afford using so many models, you can just use a model that you think appeals to your brand. Yes.
So you are saying fashion lovers who are listening and they're wondering how to decide. They shouldn't be worried. They should see the outfit.
Come and try. Yes, come and try the outfit and see how the outfit looks on them. Because at the end of the day, we are diverse. We have petite women, we have curvy, we have thick, we have skinny women. And we also have skinny women who are not comfortable in their skin. And that's a whole topic, because a lot of women that we see, like me, for example, we have body insecurities. There is no woman who loves how they look 100%.
Why?
Yeah, because that is how we are as women. We want to improve this. We want to have a little bit of curves. All right. So you'll never find a woman who says, you know what, I'm actually skinny and I really love how I look. So at the end of the day, it zeroes down to just love who you are, be comfortable in your body, and go try that outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone was saying even the Kim Kardashian went to do plastic surgery so she can look different. Like she's saying these Western women now they are able to go and change how they look.
Yeah, I think women should be given the freedom of changing how they look if they don't feel comfortable. If you have the money, I mean, you can fix any part of your body. I'm for it 100%. Yeah.
There is competition. Let's not call it a competition. A variety of fashion styles in Kenya. How do you see uniqueness among Kenyan fashion design? Because we have a lot of fabrics coming in Kenya from different countries, and some they are blue, different colors. And when you go on Instagram, you find different styles. So how do you see that competition, all that colors?
Diversity is not competition.
How do you see that? Can it confuse client?
No.
Can it, how,
A client should not be confused when they are shopping, because they've already made a decision. Anytime you're scrolling online to shop, you are shopping for an occasion, all right?
Yeah.
Or you're shopping for the body type that you have. So a client already has made a decision of what they want to buy. So whether someone is producing high quality linen, whether someone is producing premium linen, whether someone is making cheap linen, a client knows what they want and what they can afford. So a client will always go for what they can afford and what appeals to them. So it doesn't matter where the fabrics are from. It doesn't matter, as long as it's good quality. The client knows. If I was in a client's shoes, every time I want to shop, let's say before I started my brand and I had an event, or let's say I have a fashion show that I want to attend, I already go create a mood board of what I want to wear. And then I go online and I look for people who are making something similar. All right. So a client always knows what they want.
Okay.
And diversity is good for the client. Yes.
So you are saying if you, let's say you go online, you see the diversity of fashion trends in Kenya, you find it's
nice.
It's very
That's
nice.
how it should be. Because remember, we have different classes of consumers. We have different classes of consumers. We have consumers who cannot afford a dress worth 3,000. We have consumers who, if they see a dress is 3,000, they think it's too cheap and they think it's bad quality. Then we have a client who their budget is only a dress between 1,000 bob to 1,500. Then we have a client who only goes for premium, and they believe that if an outfit is 10,000, then that's it. That's what they're gonna get. So it's up to you as a business owner to give value. So if you say your outfit is 10,000, is it really giving the value? Is it worth 10,000? Is the quality really good? Can it stand out? So it's up to every business owner to understand the value they are offering and to offer more value. Yes.
I think I asked this question last time in our other episodes.
Yeah.
Why made in China is cheaper than made in Africa?
Because it's cheap.
Yes, and your answer was the process, mass production,
Yes, it's
the one who
cheap.
produce
And the quality they use is very cheap.
And then the question is, how does design, African fashion design, decide how much money is she going to sell already finished clothes, for example?
Yeah, it depends. So how you decide your pricing is based on the quality of the fabric you're using and the artisan work. So there's the fabric quality.
Fabric quality.
There's the tailor.
The tailor.
Then there is probably you're making your outfits from scratch. There are artisans who are involved in the process of creating this fabric. Or maybe you're creating your print work from scratch. There are people who are involved in making this print. There are people who are involved in button work. all right? And up to the end product. Now that is what will determine the cost of an outfit. Yes.
Then the course you were saying, how a designer has said for himself is able to judge this is, of course, you are the one who invests. You know, you are the one who knows the work, who knows how much you put in there. So then how do you, is it fair for you to decide how much you're going to sell? Or do you think should someone, a designer have an advice how to, like, this should maybe make for $50, this should maybe $200. So how do you see setting a price as a fashion designer, especially here in Africa?
You should not just set a price. You have to calculate every factor, like we talked about fabric, the artisans, all right, and the profit margin. You cannot just say, I think this outfit should be 20,000. You don't think. You have to calculate and make it make sense. And also look at the value you're creating. All right. So let's say you've made an outfit. So let's say one outfit has taken you 2 hours to make. The price may be lower than an outfit that takes you a week to make. You get the difference. So one outfit requires 7 tailors and it takes a week to make. Then one outfit requires 1 tailor and it makes an hour or 2 hours to make. The outfit that requires less labor and time is going to be cheaper than the outfit that requires more labor and time.
Okay, that's actually a very good saying. So calculations should be ways to, because you can't just say like, oh, yes, this one it is this one.
No, you cannot just do a psychological pricing. That's wrong.
Yeah, because now how do you know you give a discount? Because we find some of these upcoming fashion designers, they attract fashion lovers and then they will say 50% off. When someone say 50% off or someone says, even say 30% off, 30% off is a lot of money.
It's a lot.
What does that mean to you, someone to set a discount?
So let me think of as a consumer. So as a buyer, if I see a business that keeps doing sale, I will question the quality of their products. Because first I'll be like, so how is an outfit that was 10,000 suddenly dropping to 2,000? I will start questioning the quality. I will start questioning a lot. As a consumer who knows the market now, right? I may not even buy it because then I'm starting to think the quality is compromised or the items that are on sale have a defect.
Okay.
But now also, there are different types of consumers. As a premium consumer, I don't think I want to rush to sell products. But as a regular consumer who does not care about the depth of fashion or things that goes on behind the scene, I will just buy. I'll be so happy when there's a sale. But knowing what I know now, I don't think I would rush to products that are on sale like that because I want quality.
Oh, that is very interesting. So I hope for fashion lovers, you get this.
No, but sale is good. No. Sale is good.
Sale is good.
Sale is good once in a while.
Yeah.
But also don't make your loyal clients who buy at a premium price start to feel like, I just bought the outfit yesterday worth 10,000 and now today it's 5,000. It can be also disrespectful to your loyal clients. So it's not just a sale.
Okay.
So your loyal client came in and bought an outfit from you, 10,000, and after 24 hours, the same outfit is on sale. What message are you passing? All right? Yeah. So I look at sale differently. So I don't do a lot of sale, but I give my return and loyal clients a discount every time they purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So then the customers we are talking about on the views. Let's look at here in Kenya. We can look at this angle, same as in other countries in Africa. Let's look at here in Kenya. Now in Kenya, on labels, we have made in Kenya, made in China, made in Turkey, / made in Europe, and made in Asia. What is your views for customers? What do you think customers they most come looking for?
So the customers that I have interacted with are looking for quality. Very high quality and comfort and proper finishing. And that's why a lot of clients or consumers are hesitant to support made in Kenya brands because some of them don't pay attention to details. So if you want to attract clients, make sure they are happy with the quality of the work you're producing. Make sure you pay attention to the details. Those little details. Like you were saying, a client is giving present and then the armpits of the dress burst. So make sure that you leave some allowance there. Make sure that it's properly overlocked and make sure you do proper quality control because a lot of people just trust their tailors to do the job and then they say, oh, so you can now deliver. No. Don't deliver before the outfit goes through quality control. The outfit has to be checked properly. Inside, outside, what is missing? The person who is going to wear this, how are they going to feel? So that's why when clients realize that you're giving high quality, they will not have a problem spending. Yes. And also integrity.
Yeah.
Because this, especially when it comes to custom orders, don't tell a client that your outfit will be ready by Wednesday. And then Wednesday, now you're not picking up their phone calls.
And you already got 70%
That's a recipe for disaster. Don't do it. Don't do it. A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is designers who fake fabric, and then you agree they're going to make this fabric and this one. Then when you mix fabric trying to steal, someone was saying they try to steal centimeters on each fabric. Is that happening in Kenya?
Still how?
For example, you need to make this clothes going to be all cotton.
Oh, yeah. And then they mix. Oh, yeah, that happens. And that's, again, integrity. How honest are you as a person? Because if you're dealing with clients, you're dealing with human beings. Put yourself in your client's shoes. So it takes a lot of honesty to run a business. And if you're a honest person, you will not have these challenges. Also, don't take shortcuts and be honest about what you're doing and love what you're doing. If you're passionate about what you're doing, you're not going to give your clients substandard products.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a very interesting. So I still think about the fabrics. Let's see, because someone was talking about Kenyan fashion designers, you have access on the fabrics. So when you look at the East Africa, this region, how do you see the fabrics and the designers? Yeah, you are saying when you look at the diversity in Kenya, looks fantastic. Let's now look outside of Kenya, in East Africa. How do you see fashion in East Africa? When you just look online, trending
online
posts. Yeah.
I've seen made in Uganda online, and I really love it. I've seen made in Uganda. I've seen made in Rwanda. I've seen sandals made in Rwanda. I've seen bags made in Rwanda, and they are very, very good craftsmanship. You can tell it's proper craftsmanship. So I love where fashion is going. I really do love, because I see that every designer is putting in the work. Every designer now understands that, you need to focus on the finer details and don't make your clients happy when they wear sandals, Like I recently ordered some sandals. It's a brand. If I have my phone, I'll tell you the name. I recently ordered ready-to-wear sandals. And actually, I can't call it ready-to-wear because they were custom made. So the first sandals that came were wider, and I have slim feet.
Okay.
So I asked the lady, and this is one thing I appreciate about local businesses, or made in Kenya or made in Africa. She took her time. I told her I have very slim feet. So if I order online, I don't want to pay in advance, because if it comes, it may be wider. You see, I know my body, right? But she said, no, don't worry. I'm coming over to you with the sample that I've made. And then I want to see how your feet looks like. So it's the same thing what we do at Nilotika. You come and try it out. So she came, and then she saw my feet. And then she said, okay. And she just looked. She didn't even take any measurement. She just looked at my feet and saw how it fitted on the sandals she brought. And she said, no, don't worry. I'm going to go now make perfect ones. And then when she delivered the following day, oh my God. And I've been for a while frustrated to find perfect fitting sandals. Because I love sandals. Oh, she brought amazing sandals.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they were only 3,500 Kenya shillings.
Made in Africa show is sponsored by Fashion Trends Africa, a fashion news website under www.rcfs.rw, where you can find news of new and established African fashion designers.
She brought amazing sandals, and I was so happy when I wore them. And you know what I did? In a few days, I told her, please make for me the same, but in another color. And she came and delivered again. So there was that comfort. I didn't feel any friction. My slim feet went in well. So I feel like our designers are paying attention. And what actually will make the fashion in East Africa stand out is that paying attention. Pay attention to your clients and know their pain points. You see, in this case, my pain point is I have very slim feet, which can't fit into regular crafted sandals, especially if it's ready to wear. Now, the same thing happens to me when clients come to me and they say, but I am very short. And I see your models are tall. So I fear that if you send it to me and I pay, it will not fit me. Now, what do I say? You come to the studio, we take your measurements, and we customize an outfit that will perfectly fit your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is actually very good. Then another thing I want to ask, is it okay for a fashion designer to surrender in the way of agree your mistake? Because there are some fashion designers who I remember one, I don't mention her name, she's from Rwanda. I used to take customers to her. Then one day, she was been expanding and having a lot of tailors, then I took a tourist there. They want to make a dress and the dress was not well made. We went to complain. She was not there. And then once she came, we are trying to complain. I'm trying to talk to her. She's like, Celestin, listen, I am a fashion designer. You are not telling me what to do. Then I was like, ouch. What is this happening? So on your views and your experience, is it easy for a fashion designer to surrender?
Admit.
Yes.
I think...
accept her mistake.
Yeah, so I'll talk about me, how I handle my businesses. First of all, I'm so humble enough. I know I'm good, but I'm also very humble enough to know that I can make mistakes and I should make corrections. I mean, if you want to be successful in any field, forget fashion designing. You need to pick the mistakes that your clients are coming to tell you, the complaints, the challenges. I mean, you need to even be writing them down somewhere, because this is what I do. Anytime a client comes to me with a challenge or a complaint, I will write it down and then I find a solution. So when you say that when you went to complain she was not there, this could mean that she's running the business part-time. So if you are going to be a fashion designer with your own fashion house, it cannot be part-time. My friend Boguk, the owner of Boguk, Bevan, told me when I ventured into fashion designing, he told me, Ingrid, this is not part-time. I know you're passionate, but this is not going to be part-time. This is a full-time gig. It's a full-time job. So as a designer, you have to understand it's a full-time job, and you should be humble enough to listen to your clients' feedback and to work on correcting them and also come up with solutions for your business. All right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I still wanted to ask something related with the fabrics. Some of the viewers, there was one lady asked me, I like her dresses.
Yeah.
So when I look at your dress and pictures of your dress, because I came there, I touched them, why do you choose the colors?
Oh, yeah.
People still don't understand how you choose the colors.
The
Yes.
colorful light.
Yes.
I'm a very colorful person at heart.
Okay.
So Nilotika begins with the journey of who I am. For me to come up with a brand, I'm a very vibrant person. I will always laugh. I will always crack jokes. I always make the people around me feel light. So I took my personality or vibrancy into Nilotika, because I looked around and then I saw that there's no brand that does really colorful outfits. And I love colorful outfits. So from my colorful spirit to colorful clothes. So I wear black some days, yes. I also wear black when it's like an evening thing. I wear black based on the weather. So personally, I wear black on cold days.
Okay.
But when it's warm, catch me dead in black. I wear orange, I wear pink.
Like today you are wearing
white.
Yes.
So anytime,
why did you wear white, by the way?
Because I look at the weather and then I look at my mood.
Okay.
So I believe that fashion should be very, very playful. You should not restrict yourself unless you're a minimalist, which of course I respect minimalists. I don't know how they do it. But I, as a maximalist, I try to experiment and play with colors. So that's the same attitude I took to Nilotika.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
So what are your views on trending fabrics currently? Like, what are trending fabrics? Because like you said, there are so many fabrics.
Yeah.
You said they are made in China, made in Turkey. So what are trending fabrics that...
Trending, you mean?
Trending means, of course, their fabrics have been there for a long time, but there is fabrics that are on top, are on sale. Like you said, there are some designers, depending on their category, they are upcoming. Maybe they go to somewhere downtown.
Yeah.
Then the others say they produce their own fabric.
Yeah.
But generally on the market, those who go to buy the fabric, what are trending fabrics like here in Kenya? It's
so hard to say trending fabrics, because fabrics will always be fabrics.
Yeah.
And they are timeless and they've always been there. So I think the question should be, what is trending for me, to me, in my business? It's like every designer, what is trending to them currently? This could mean what are some of their best sellers. And when you look at your best sellers, it shows you the designs and the fabrics that people really, really like. So for me, cotton. Cotton has been doing very well. And I also love cotton because it's so soft on the skin and it's so breathable. There's just something about cotton. Yeah. So for me, cotton works, and I will always love cotton. And I also like linen. I also like silk. And my clients love cotton. My clients love chiffon. They love different fabrics. So I can't even say what is trending at the moment. Big fashion is so diverse.
What is the cheapest fabric in Kenya?
Oh, that's an interesting question. The cheapest fabric. Oh, the cheapest fabric. I don't know. And by cheap, I don't know. And when you say by cheap, what do you mean?
I mean, like the cheapest means like at the very cheap is in terms of quality and in terms of price. Like the one anybody can afford.
It's really hard.
There's these artists who paint, who do serigraphy to write on a t-shirt. They have this very soft white fabric.
You can't really say fabric is cheap. But what would make a fabric cheap is where it's coming from. Some fabrics are coming from China.
Okay.
Yeah, some fabrics are coming from Indonesia. Some fabrics are coming from Turkey. Fabrics are coming from India. So you can't really say this is a cheap fabric unless you buy it and you see that it's actually wearing out. You can see that the quality is bad. Then you can say this is a cheap fabric. Because every fabric has a class. Like you'll find high quality cotton up to low quality cotton. You'll find high quality chiffon up to a low quality chiffon. So it's so hard to say which fabric is exactly cheap. But fabric comes in terms of quality. Yes.
So, dear listeners, fashion enthusiasts, I hope you are very enjoying and have a good time. You have to see and chat to Ingrid again. So, Ingrid, let's talk about Jazz Fashion Expo. That has been
Experience, not
experience.
expo,
Yes,
yeah.
sorry. How is it now? Because let me not use because
Yeah.
it was successful.
Yeah.
The edition was very successful. I see a lot of people attended.
Yeah.
So what are your secrets? I have been go to some other events here in Kenya. You can see if I lack fashion shows have been happening in Nairobi, in Kenya. Jazz fashion experience is among the top that really you could see there are a lot of audience, so many people, was live, was very attractive. So what's the secret are using to, first of all, tell us how was it, and then you tell us the secret to make it more successful than others.
I really don't like comparing, but I'll just answer your question. So Jazz and Fashion Experience Edition 3 was very, very good. It was a success. We attracted over 300 attendees, which is quite a big number. If you can manage to attract over 300 people to a fashion show in Nairobi, that is quite something. So the reason why Jazz and Fashion Experience is a success is the story. One, we are promoting everything made in Kenya, whether it's sunglasses, whether it's a wallet, whether it's a spoon.
So you are saying everything showcase is made in Kenya. Oh, that's interesting.
Produced in Kenya. That's our story. So me and my partners, Bevan Oguk and Hillary, we are big on promoting anything made in Kenya, whether it's honey, anything made in Kenya. It's for us. We have the patriotic spirit. We just want to move our country up and high and high. So that's why Jazz and Fashion Experience is a big deal. From the music, the live band, these are local singers. So every even the artisans we work with, even the people that come and do the paint work, the painting of the arts, the artist, it's all made in Kenya. We are trying to show the world that you can get it here. If you're a Kenyan, you can buy products here. You don't have to travel abroad to buy. And also the people that we work with or collaborate with, the designers, the artisans, they are quite affordable. Yeah, they are quite affordable.
How is the quality of what's been showcasing in Jazz Fashion and Experience?
The quality is good. And that's why I say designers, vendors, artisans, they are really, really doing a good job. Kenya is not how it used to be.
Do you select them? Like, do you really sit and your team?
Yes.
You select, you find who?
Yeah, we do select them. We go through your handles. We see your work. We ask for samples. Sometimes we can even visit your workshop. We surprise you. We see.
Oh, really?
Yes, we can see the quality of the work, how, the amount of passion you put into the craftsmanship. So for example, you don't have to travel to buy Zara pants in the UK or abroad. You can get a tailor here to make for you properly customized pants. And I know people don't trust designers because they say we disappoint them when it comes to the timeline. When we say it's ready in 3 days, it's not. But we also encourage our designers that we collaborate with during Jazz and Fashion Experience to offer customer loyalty.
What does that mean?
If a client gives you a down payment or pays in full and says, I need this pants in 2 days, please deliver the pants in 2 days. Be honest. If you cannot deliver in 2 days, tell the clients you'll need 3 or 4 days. Honesty will really help the craftsmanship here. Business integrity.
Oh,
Yes.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
So here we are. The success is there. What's the secret to make success? Like, as you mentioned, there was some attendance. What are the secrets? You don't want to say some of your secrets here, but what are the secrets? Let me imagine. There is either good leadership, good management, good communication, investment.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are some lines. So what your secret? Like even some upcoming fashion producers here in Kenya and in Africa. Let's just focus here in Kenya because I've been in some events here in Kenya.
Yeah.
I attend some events. You find there are no people. There is advert. Some people they just post on Instagram, then you think people they will see it, but they don't see it. Some other people they were saying like, no, 4,000 to come for a fashion show. It's a lot of money without giving something like have a cocktail, like have a mini pizza. So So what is the secret? And
so as someone who has produced fashion shows in Kenya for a long time, I'm finally learning that don't rely on your followers. The biggest mistake we do as fashion show producers is you think if you have 10,000 followers, now you need to put one poster and that's it. And people will come to your event. You see, people coming to your event don't know you, so they don't care whether you have 10,000 followers. People coming to your event want to see the value you are offering, all right? And you need to give high quality, all right? And high quality goes to the way you do your adverts on social media. Your adverts need to really be high quality from the poster. And don't lie. People use ambiguous names for fashion shows, like calling it East Africa. But when I come to the show, I don't even see an East Africa designer. I only see Kenyan designers. I only see Kenyan models. So let us, this is something I had to learn because we did these mistakes before.
So it looks like you are in my heart of the event have been like it was called, but then you find it's just
we are not mentioning
only Kenyans.
names, but I was a producer of East Africa Fashion Week, which we did. East Africa Fashion Week was a very big platform. This is what we did, or this is what I did with my business partner, is we brought designers from Ethiopia. We brought designers from Uganda. We brought designers from Tanzania. So you see, we are already incorporating the whole East Africa. We worked with models from Uganda. So we were embodying the name East Africa Fashion Week.
Yeah.
So if you're going to call something East Africa, make sure the vendors are from East Africa and combine the whole of East Africa. You cannot just use big names and give substandard experience to people.
There's another thing people like to use someone's image. Like you go on social media, you pick like
a beautiful Pinterest model. Exactly.
And then you put it there.
Exactly. Yeah. Why don't you use your own models? Why don't you do auditions? And then from the auditions, pick one model that will stand out and put them on a poster. And then use a local model. If you look at our Jazz and Fashion Experience 3rd edition, we just took a picture off the runway. That was our model.
Actually, that was very, very fascinating and very good.
We used Model Hope on the poster. This is giving the model a visibility, and this is also showing credibility to the show organizers. We are even putting people we know on the poster. All right? So it starts by there. If you're going, so for example, Jazz and Fashion Experience is about a Kenyan experience. We are mixing jazz music. All right? But this jazz music is jazz music, and they can play any tune using jazz.
Yeah.
All right? And then we are mixing it with locally made fashion. And we are pushing the agenda of Made in Kenya. If you see all our captions, you will see Made in Kenya, Made in Kenya. That is the agenda. Now, when you're doing a fashion show, do you have an agenda? What's your agenda?
Okay.
So you have to find an agenda, and you have to find an agenda that people relate to. People want to relate to your agenda.
So what do you mean about agenda? Because some upcoming fashion producers, they may not understand. Because, for example, I meet a lot, and some of them say like, we have a Kisumu fashion show, and it's gonna be like this. I meet someone, we have the Mombasa show. Then you find the ones in Mombasa, they don't even focusing on tourists who goes there.
Yeah.
They don't even quote the names. What do you mean agenda?
When I say agenda, it just takes you back to the story. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing the fashion show? Are you doing the fashion show so people can just come and see clothes? Are you doing the fashion show so people can come and buy? Are you doing the fashion show? I mean, look for a story. Yeah, people don't know how to find a hook, because I want to go to a fashion show and I want to know why. Yes, why? Because now we are living in a world where we tell stories.
Yeah.
So why? Why am I buying a ticket worth 4,000 to come to your show?
So actually about the ticket, why do you think it is very important to say the ticket in Nairobi? Because Nairobi is a vibrant city, as many people know.
And people have money.
Yeah, and so many events are happening.
Yeah.
And what do you think should be a reasonable
Ticket price.
for a fashion?
Your ticket price should match the value and the experiences you are offering the attendees.
Okay.
Yes. So you, as a fashion show producer or a fashion event organizer, all right, you need to look at what you're offering the audience. First, it starts with high quality models, professional models. Let me not call them high quality. But you know what? If you come to Jazz and Fashion Experience, the models we use are so professional. They are so gorgeous. They know what they are doing. They are well trained. If you're not a properly or a professionally trained model, we're not going to work with you, because that is the first value we are giving our attendees.
Attendees, yes.
We don't want you to come to a show and watch a model who does not know how to walk in heels just because they look like a model.
Okay.
So first is we work with professionally trained models, models who know what they're offering.
Okay.
That is first how you give value to your audience or to your attendees. And second, which designers are you collaborating with? Are you just collaborating with designers because they are paying? Or are you collaborating with the designers because their work is good and they know what they are doing and what do these designers stand for? And also, when you are doing marketing, are you showing people the designers or the vendors or the story? Because a lot of people just post a poster on Instagram and then they put captions and then they put the models, how they did casting, and then they expect people to come, talk, do videos talking about the event.
Yes.
All right, give us proper captions talking about the event, do content of what to expect at the event, show us the venue. I mean, use venues that are easily accessible. You don't want to do an event and then I'm coming all the way to Mombasa Road near the airport to attend a fashion show and I'm already paying 5,000.
Like there's an event I attended in a downtown CBD and I was driving.
Yes.
First of all, to find the parking is very hard.
Exactly.
So I think it's very interesting what you mentioned to really be careful with the venue, because the venue will make people lose interest.
We have to analyze everything, because this fashion show is not for you. You are targeting people and you want to show them the beauty of Kenya. You want to show them, the designers. You want to show them the models. So it's a market.
It's a market.
It's a market. We have to treat fashion shows as a marketing tool. And then what are you offering people? So if I can't access a venue, how am I even going to come or buy a ticket?
Yeah, it's very hard if you can't access
And
the
if
venue.
you're charging 5,000, why don't you take your event to a very classy venue? So why are you charging expensively and then you're taking people to a dingy venue where someone can even be mugged?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and you're having agenda. What is your agenda now? When you look at Jazz and Fashion Experience, when you look at their agenda in 10 years, I remember last time we chatted a little bit about, as you are saying, there's a lot of you are promoting fashion designers made in Kenya. That's your agenda. When you look at the way it is growing, what is the bigger agenda now? Let me say.
So the bigger agenda is to go back to the designers we have worked with and offer mentorship and training program under Jazz and Fashion Experience.
That is lovely.
Because we have worked with you, you have paid a fee, but are you really feeling the impact?
Or you're impacted by the...
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. So we have big plans. I don't want to diverge all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the update inside Nilotika?
Oh, so something I wanted to say about
The jazz?
about fashion producers in Kenya.
Yes.
Is that they need to do more marketing,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of marketing, and a lot of social media marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because there's social media posting and then there's social media marketing. So a lot of marketing on social media is going to show your attendees that you're actually serious about the event,
Mm-hmm.
and because people want to see you post and talk about the event. Not just on your personal page, but on the event page.
What about TikTok? Is TikTok?
TikTok is good. It creates awareness. It may not have the right clientele.
How do you attract fashion lovers in Nairobi? Because like you said, there's so many events. So every bar and restaurant has a music, has a fashion, has pop-up. So like, how do you really know
Yeah.
that people there really come for fashion? Like I see the pictures from your show.
Yeah.
You find they are international, they are different.
Yeah.
Like you find it's so international fashion.
Yeah.
So in terms of audience,
Yeah.
the audience, how do you tell it, like market and the focus, let me market, these are people who are going to come, how can I reach this certain group?
When it comes to digital marketing, there's paying for ads, the campaigns. You can pay for campaigns and target a particular audience with the age and where they're coming from and where they live in Nairobi.
Okay.
So when you go into digital marketing, you can also do campaign ads, which is really good. But TikTok is good for building a community and a fan base. But the real clientele are on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the updates now. Fashion lovers, fashion enthusiasts, they are very happy. We are very happy to talk to you. So now, is there any message you want to send maybe to these fashion producers before we move ahead and go to talk to the updates and the new you have inside in Nilotika?
I think when it comes to fashion show production, I love that a lot of shows are coming up. And I really would love to see more and more shows coming up. I would only urge them to use professional models to give more value to their attendees. So the shows are a good thing, but use professional models.
What do you mean professional models? Because there are models who are upcoming that are in different agencies, and there are models who have already done some show. So what do you mean professional models?
I'm a model coach. So when I keep talking about professional model, I mean...
A model who belongs in an agency, a model who has a discipline.
No.
Yeah.
When we're talking about a professional model, it starts with, do you even know what you're doing? Because beauty is there. A lot of ladies are beautiful. I mean, we are all beautiful. So you could be beautiful and you're tall or you have the model qualities. But do you really know what you're doing on that stage? Are you just walking?
Actually, something I forget to ask you about the hair.
Yes.
I found some shows here in Kenya. Women just come with the hair they have
Models
on.
or women.
Models.
Yeah, that's professionalism again.
Yeah, which I found it is very, very critical because you find someone is having these braids have been like
Professionalism.
for a long time,
Yeah.
and you could see they're not matching the hair. What do you do on your side in terms of hair? Because the hair, it's something very interesting when it comes on fashion style.
So as a fashion show producer, I'm also a model coach. I'm also a retired model or still slightly working model. I have very strict rules in my show, very strict. When it comes to hair, it has to be the same hairstyle for all the models. And I get a hair sponsor.
So the
hair
sponsor. So you have sponsor to
yes.
Okay.
So I have a hair sponsor. Now the hair sponsor, I have to do a meeting with the hair sponsor and decide on what wigs or hair the models will have.
We have, okay.
And on times when I don't have a hair sponsor, all the models are required to have the same hairstyle. And usually it's a cornrow. You will see even in the jazz and fashion experience, all the models had cornrow, the same cornrow. So when it comes to hair, we do not compromise. When it comes to modeling, I do not compromise. It has to be high standard. If it's not high standard, we are not doing it. Yes. From hair, I have makeup sponsors. I work with Lintons. They come in, do the model's makeup. We do meetings prior. We decide on the type of makeup. So all the sponsors that I'm bringing on board, I'm giving them value. They're giving me value. So I say, this is how I'd prefer the model's makeup to look like. Yes. And the models, you have to thoroughly vet the models in order to come up with professional models. And this is why you do castings.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So if a model cannot walk in heels, why do I need you in my show? This means you need to go train. Yes, so this is why I work with only professional models.
To avoid
Avoid this embarrassment on stage where a model does not know how to walk in heel or a model does not know proper time management. As a fashion model, you really need to know time management. You really need to know how to carry out yourself as a model.
Yeah.
You really need to know how to walk in heels. It's the first lesson you learn from a modeling academy or from a coach.
Okay.
So if you cannot do these little basic things, then that means you need work. You need to go do the work, training.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are saying these upcoming fashion producers, they should really pay attention
To the models.
To the models.
And designers.
Because models, they are the image of...
Yes.
Of what?
Of the show.
Of show.
Why people are paying. And you need someone to pay and come and sit there with a cocktail or food and go like, wow. You didn't attend the third edition. I mean, if you looked at the audience, nobody wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to leave. And our shows, if we say 6 p.m., it's 6 p.m. If it ends by midnight, it's midnight. Also time management.
Yeah.
And if models are professional, they understand time management.
Yeah, time management.
Yes.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. So the whole team also needs to be professional to understand time management. And everything you have to start planning a fashion show 5 months prior. You can't just start planning a fashion show 3 weeks to the show.
And then you feel
and
like...
then you expect the whole room to be full of people.
No.
Yeah, it's a long-term planning. You start early.
Okay.
Even if you're not able to get professional models, you can also use the ones you get, but train them.
Train them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ingrid, thank you very much. So now, before we get to end of our today's episode, I have a question which is actually breaking news. It's breaking news about the Vivo opening a shop in the US.
Yeah.
Many fashion designers, they had different reactions because, first of all, it's a big step. US is a very big market. To be able to open a shop as a Kenya fashion industry, it is very good. People should be proud of. I talked to one other designer. I was saying like, that belongs to those, not to me. So to you, I know you have been working even some of these fashion designers. You saw them grow, like this woman.
I've watched Vivo grow.
Yes, watched Vivo grow.
Yes.
To you, what is your perspective on that expanding, and how do you think fashion designers in Kenya will benefit from that?
First of all, that's a big move. Congratulations to Vivo. And Vivo is just showing us that it is possible. So what I can pick as a fashion designer from Vivo's move is that it is possible. If it is possible for them, then it is possible for me too. That is an inspiring lesson for me.
Okay.
So what I see there is growth. I see courage. So it means we need to look up to Vivo to learn so that we can also get there one day. So for me, it's all good vibes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you think fashion designers will benefit? Of course, we can think...
Why do we want to benefit and we are designers? Vivo is benefiting the consumer.
Because the people, their reactions, fashion lovers and fashion enthusiasts and these upcoming fashion designers, when they see a president and the first lady, they open it, that big
but
ceremony.
That's good.
They try to think, are we going to have opportunity? I think this is a
No.
question I should ask to the Vivo team.
Yeah.
But to you, do you think...
But this is, I'm saying this is an inspiring lesson because it shows even the president.
So you don't have...
The president is in what we are doing now.
Okay.
Vivo is paving the way. When Vivo is paving the way, they are showing us that it's possible. And when it's possible, it means now the president is involved in what we are doing. Isn't that not a good thing?
Yeah.
It doesn't end with Vivo. It begins with Vivo.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I love that, and I hope Kenyan fashion designers upcoming who are having different views on that take it as it is the
It's
opening...
growth. Yes.
A door for you as well.
We need to be we need to be really, really proud of Vivo because if you look at Mr. Price, Mr. Price are in South Africa and they're here. They've dominated Kenya. Let Vivo also dominate the US. This means that our brands can also in the future move in that direction.
Actually, the reason, if I put myself, I'm now an East African fashion promoter. Now I have had different views from designers from different countries here in East Africa. I think some of the thing is, most of these African countries, they have been in AGOA, that they're able to go sell on US market without paying the tax.
Yeah.
And then it comes on those who are able to go there they are the ones who have approached to the government, to the politician, so that those AGOA have been benefiting the big fashion designers instead of small fashion designers. I think that's why.
But what are the small fashion designers doing to also get this kind of connection? You cannot just sit and watch bigger brands get these connections and then you start throwing stones. What are you doing as a small brand? You also need to learn from them, ask questions, so that you can also grow towards that direction.
That's a very interesting. Big up Vivo Woman US, and congratulations. That's a big achievement, actually. I'm very proud of them, and all Africans should be proud of them, because this is made in Africa. So Ingrid, what's the update inside Nilotika? Any discount? Anything you want to tell to fashion lover, fashion enthusiasts? What's the plan? Future events do you have? So tell us, give us an overview of the next of this year. We still have almost how many months? Do you have any pop-up? Give us the view of what
Nilotika is Nilotika.
Yes.
Then there's Ingrid.
Yes.
Then there's Jazz and Fashion Experience.
Okay, so
these are different. We can't mix them.
Okay.
Because I'm multi-hyphenated.
Okay.
We talked about this in the other episode. So I am one person, but I'm doing different things. So we cannot confuse the audience, and they're like, okay, where is the fashion show coming from? So I am a fashion show producer on the side.
Okay.
I am a designer. I am a model coach. And I am me as a person. Yeah. So plans that I have for Nilotika is that I just want to keep growing it and improving it and re-strategizing. Yes, it's a long word. Yes. So I just want to keep coming up with new strategies that work. I want to learn more. The more I learn, the more I can give my clients the best. Yes.
So like I said, when you came into the studio, I said you look so fashionable. What are you eating? You look so... you look like you've been... Are you having different vitamins?
Do you want my beauty secret?
Yeah, why not? Maybe
You want
fashion
me to
lovers.
share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Share, yeah.
So I am big on taking care of myself. So my I don't know if we do my beauty regime or the secret to my diet. I don't know. Okay, so this is how I start my day. So I start my day with a juice cleanser: celery, carrots, ginger, cucumber, all blended in to make a juice, because the body needs fiber. And as a woman in my mid-30s, I need fiber in my body. And I need the right nutrients in my body. I also take my supplements. I take vitamin C and collagen. I take probiotics. I take omega-3. I take Shilajit. It's a long list of supplements. I'm a supplement girl, all right? Now, when it comes to my skincare, I use this product. It's Simple. The company is called Simple. They have a range of products, from cleansers, from scrubs. I use Simple. My rule is I cleanse my face twice a day, morning and evening.
Okay.
Because I have an oily face. So I have to... Do you know what cleansing means?
No, I don't. What does it mean?
So there's a cleanser. It's like a cleansing oil or lotion that you buy. So cleansing is when you remove all the oil and dirt from your face. So instead of using soap, you use a cleanser.
Chris is like you wipe.
You apply it and then you wash it off.
Okay. I think I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I cleanse my face twice a day, and I moisturize my face twice a day, and I do double moisturization. And I also scrub my face once a week. I do a full body scrub once a week.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Dear fashion lovers.
And I work out 4 times a week.
Yes. That I can assure the public, because I know you walk out, you do hiking, and I think one day I would like to join you.
The hiking.
Yeah.
Karibu.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us, and we are very happy to have Ingrid Awuor again. You have heard from her. If you want to shop from her, you want to order from her, you can always reach her for an Instagram. You want to remind us the Instagram account where they can find you? So
if you want to order nice sunny wear dresses or clothes, you follow my brand Nilotika. So @_Nilotika. If you want to support our fashion shows, you follow Jazz and Fashion Experience. If you want to follow me as an individual, I'm not so fun on Instagram, but I'm fun in real life.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, that's also a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Some people are fun on Instagram, but not so fun in person.
Yeah.
My Instagram is not so fun, but you'll see colors. You'll see clothes.
Yeah.
So you can follow my personal Instagram @Ingred_Blackdust. Yeah.
And there are people who may want side advice, like a consultant for fee. Do
Yeah.
you accept like a model or a fashion designer or someone who can step in and reach to you as a person who need advice? Do you charge, or do you that you have?
So for fashion
Because
models,
I have get people who ask me
Yeah.
more about you. So let's say someone wants to come in. That do you charge any
so
consultative
I
advice?
have I do model coaching. So for model coaching, I have a package. So anybody who wants to be a professional model, not just a model, professional, and the models that I coach become very successful. So the models that I coach you can DM me, and then I'll give you the rates. Yes. Or do you want me to say the rates?
No, you can say the rate. Yeah, why not? Just say the rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for my modeling classes, I charge 25,000 Kenya shillings for 10 classes. And within these 10 classes, a model will grasp everything modeling, from catwalk to body podiment, to how to behave as a model, how to carry out yourself, how to present yourself at auditions. So I have a package for 10 classes, which is 25,000. If you want to be a fashion designer, I'm still not offering mentorship for fashion designers. I will, but not now, because I'm learning on the job.
Okay.
So I want to learn until one day I'll be able to be ready to offer coaching. Right now, I don't coach fashion designers.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Ingrid, thank you very much, dear listeners, fashion lovers, fashion enthusiasts. If this is your first time to our Made in Africa podcast, you can also check other episodes of Ingrid Awuor. We love them from the episode 1 to episode 4, I guess. You can go there and we love a lot. Fashion designers who are trying to set yourself, models who want to reach on international stage. You go listen those other episodes. You will also enjoy. So, Ingrid, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's so cool being, interviewed by you, ask questions. I feel at home.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, even our listeners and viewers, they've been asking us to bring you. So I hope now they are very happy. So I am.
I didn't even know they've been asking, but now I'm happy to know. I'm always here. If you want to ask questions, you can always reach out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if dear listeners and fashion lovers, if you want any guests, including Ingrid, you let us know. For our social media, we can always bring her. And Ingrid, thank you so much. Ciao.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our episode. See you next time with your host, Celestin Ntawirema.